Greetings, students and their friends. This time we'll be considering a topic: developing strong study habits as a student. Study habits or strong study habit as a student is very essential for academic excellence or success. So, I want us to look at step-by-step guide on how a student can develop a strong study habit and become successful in his or her academic pursuits or career. So, number one, as a student, you create a study schedule, or what we call a study timetable. I keep on saying this, and it is very important if a student want to be successful in his academic pursuits. You need to have a study schedule or timetable. You should set aside specific time to study each of your subjects or each of your course. You don't just sit, I pick any book at random and say I want to read this. It doesn't happen, it doesn't go well. For example, if you in a school, you have a timetable for study, you have various subjects or courses for that day. You should plan your schedule in such a way that those subjects you studied in the school that day, you also study them as maybe privately after the lectures. Your timetable should follow that kind of pattern. It will help you to, to be successful as a student. And that will prevent you from unnecessary outing. If you have a study schedule or timetable, once you have not achieved that which you plan to achieve for that day, you will not rest. You want to achieve it. On this unnecessary outing, unplanned activities, they will just leave you or you leave them. So if you have a study schedule, it will help you to develop a strong study habit and as a student. And as a matter of fact, you'll be successful in your academic pursuits. Number two, choose the right study environment. What do you mean by the right study environment? As a student, your study environment should be free from distraction, should be quiet. Sometime you choose to study, your phone is beside you. It is wrong. It is totally wrong. If you want to study, maybe keep your phone on silent, far away from you. That phone will distract you. Sometime a call will come in, and by the time you pick, that call will distract you from studying. So choose the right study environment, free from distraction, a very quiet place. And your study environment should be organized. Should be organized. Number three, use active learning techniques. What do you mean by active learning techniques? One, you need to summarize what you study in your own words. It's a very good technique. maybe your notes, your lecture notes, your textbook, you summarize them in your own way, the way you understand them easily. It's a very good technique. Very, very good technique. And choose to teach someone what you have studied. It's a very good technique. What you have studied, choose to teach someone. Sometimes you can choose an imaginary audience. Nobody is there with you. That is what we call imaginary audience. You teach, and by the time you teach, it becomes a part of you. So take number 4, take effective notes. Take effective notes. Some of the students don't meet up when lectures are going on. They want to write the sentence in full, and by the time you want to do that, you may not meet up, and your lecture will not be complete. Your lecture note will not be complete. So you need to use abbreviations, symbols for faster note taking. By the time you do this, you take your notes and your note to be complete, and you highlight important concepts instead of everything. In the process of taking notes, you may not get everything 100%. So your focus or your attention, emphasis should be on the important concepts. Number 5, stay consistent and avoid procrastination. Students will say, I will do this, I want to do this by so time, but that is what we call procrastination. How do you achieve this? If you want to avoid this, to be consistent, that task that is looks big, you break them into bits, manageable bits. That will help you. That will help you. Some student will say, I want to study this by so time. But that so time, you are carried away with another activity. Why is this happening? It is happening because you don't have a study schedule. So you need to be consistent in your studies. Number 6, join study group, but stay focused. Some of the study group, they are there when they go, instead of studying, they are gisting, they are discussing other things. If you join a study group, you should be focused. You discuss concepts with your friends, teach each other, share ideas. And by the time you do this, you develop a strong study habit. Number 7, review regularly. Do not cram. Do not cram. Study to understand. Study to understand. If you learn something today, maybe a new formula today, review it regularly, and by the time you do that, become conversant with it, and it will stay with you. Number 8, maintain a healthy lifestyle. Maintain a very healthy lifestyle. Get about 7 to 9 hours of sleep in a day. As a student, get about 7 to 9 hours of sleep in a day. You eat a lot of fruits to maintain your brain in a very good, healthy condition. And you also exercise regularly. You exercise regularly. As a student, you should avoid, you know the right time to study. Some students would like to study in the midnight, some early morning, and so on. So as a student, you should know the best time for you. Student A will prefer studying maybe in the late hours of the night. Um, Student B will prefer studying in the early hours of the morning. So it depends on you. The time that is most suitable for you, you choose it. Number 9, sorry, rather, stay motivated. Stay motivated. Always make yourself happy. Always be proud of your achievement, what you have achieved so far. This will also encourage you. You become motivated in studying. And by the time you study and you understand, you become a happy student. So these are the things that when you do as a student, you develop a very strong study habits. Develop a very strong study habits. And that is a way to success. You achieve success. Remember, if you don't study, you may not achieve or you will not achieve what you desire. Maybe you are meant to get a first class degree, but because you didn't develop that strong study habit, you may end up having maybe a 2-1 or 2-2. So as a student, set your goal and do what you're supposed to do to avoid had I known. Thank you.